Preeya, I've been listening to your message about nutrition and how we need to get more nutrition in our diet. And so I've got 3 bananas there, so that covers more than my fair share of vegetables or fruit for the day.
It's a fruit, yes.
Exactly. But I've also got a lot of really, really nutritious ingredients that I'm going to put into my bread, banana and chocolate pudding. So it's going to be a great healthy dish for the whole family to enjoy. Now, it starts with some eggs, and I'm going to crack these eggs into the bowl. But before I do that, I'm going to get you buttering that bread over there. Beautiful butter that's made in France. It's really luscious and creamy and adds so much flavour to a bread and butter pudding. Now, make sure you put lashings of butter on there because it is important to have all that calcium in our diet to make our bones nice and strong. I know that. I've been listening, haven't I?
I like the way that Richo's slightly twisting my messaging, but that's okay. There's already butter in this bread because it's brioche. But I can put more on there for you, of course.
Now, I'm going to put plenty of eggs in here because eggs are full of protein,
yes,
full of vitamins and lots of other good things. So I'm going to put 6 whole eggs in there and then with a fork, because I always reckon that busting up eggs with a fork is the easiest and most effective way of doing it. Look at that, came together in seconds.
Perfect. Don't need a whisk.
No, it's a pretty big fork anyway. Now, I'll add some flavour to this, and I know vanilla is a really, really good ingredient to have. You've got to have plenty of milk in here, so I'm going to put about a cup of milk in here. This is rich and creamy Australian milk, one of my favourite things. And to add more flavour, maple syrup. Sugar is great for energy as well. If you want to have a boost of energy, you know, in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, sugar is great for that. And because it's brown sugar, it's wholemeal sugar, cinnamon. I have some adult beverage here, some bourbon.
Oh, adult beverage.
Which is a great way to have a good night's sleep. If you're not sleeping, if you're struggling, got nightmares, a little bit of bourbon.
Come and see your GP is what I would say. Come and talk to me.
A little bit of bourbon will also help. Now, because we want really, really strong bones, I'm going to add some cream here, about 500-600 mils of cream, and that will give you strong bones, strong muscles, and help build intelligence as well, which is one of the most important things. You need young brains to be really smart and clever, so plenty of cream in there. Just got some croissants here, and I'm just going to bust them up. These are stale croissants that I found in the back of the bread basket, and I'm just going to crumble them up because they're going to be no good to eat normally, but when you put them as a base for this bread and butter pudding, I know they are going to be really delicious. Now, Preeya, chocolate is also part of a very balanced diet. You just ask any kid in a street, and they will tell you that chocolate is very important. Now, these bananas here, if you can peel them and slice them up into little rounds, they make up your fruit intake as well. And the chocolate, I love chocolate, just crumble it up like this so it's ready to load straight into it. You're liking this, aren't you?
I am. Look, I'm thinking this is, you know, yes, you've got the banana in there. This is a sometimes food, and I think you should just enjoy it mindfully. You know what? Embrace it and go, I'm going to eat this all today and it's going to be glorious, and enjoy it. Just eat a small portion of it, not every day.
I can assure you this will be enjoyable for you. It's going to have all my favourite bits in here. I put some chocolate in the bottom here because we want that chocolate to melt. It's like a chocolate surprise pudding, isn't it?
Yes.
You're loving that. Now, I'll grab those bananas there and pop them over the top here because we want to have all the bananas in the bottom here. So this is great if you've got those mushy bananas. You can pop them on here. Now we start to load it up. So we've got some bread here. And layering it up is really important. You've got to get that part of it right. So I put that down there and I slightly overlap it and then keep it going. So we want to make sure we get all of that bread onto there and make it nice and delicious and look good. You're liking this, aren't you?
Well, my husband makes a version of this. I'm just wondering, oh, dearie me, it's a bit of a bread and butter pudding off.
I've got some competition, have I?
You do.
I'll just pour some of this mixture over the top. Now, this is a flavoursome mixture. This is where the bread and the butter comes together like a big pudding. Otherwise, it would just be a tray of stale bread with butter on it, wouldn't it? So this is the custard that we put together. Now, when you do this, I like to do it very slowly because if you go pouring it over the top there, it will run over the sides, and that's the last thing you want. You want all of this healthy goodness in the actual pudding where it belongs. Now, at this stage here, you can, with your fingers, just push it down a little bit and get the bread there to soak it up. It's like a little sponge.
I'm looking at your big paw patting it down.
They're big, like big sausage fingers, aren't they? And I'll just squirt some of the rest of this over the top here like that. You can see that brown sugar, that wholemeal brown sugar, has made it nice and brown and delicious. Now, to top it off, so grab some of that chocolate there, pop it on there, and because we want that extra nutrition and energy in there, I'm going to sprinkle some of this brown sugar on here as well. And that means when we have some of this, we'll feel that energy building up inside of us and we'll have that energy that we need to go for a run or to clean up the kitchen or whatever we do. You liking this?
I am. It's a lot, but I'm excited to see what happens here.
Well, normally I would actually put it in the fridge and let it soak overnight to settle, or at least an hour or so. But let's get it in the oven.
Okay, you're too excited. Come on.
175 degrees Celsius for about an hour. That's all it takes. Preeya, have a look at that. Looks fantastic.
It looks decadent.
It does, it does. That's what it's all about. Now, I like to put some icing sugar on there, but not too much icing sugar. I just go around the outside here.
Oh, wow.
So you get plenty of, you know, the outside icing sugar and a little bit of inside chocolate and banana in there. Now it's time to plate it up. So I'll grab my spoon. Smells delicious, doesn't it?
It does. It smells very rich.
It is very rich, and I'll lift that up there. That looks fantastic. Preeya, can you pour some custard in the bottom there?
can.
And I'm holding that together, just holding it together. That's it. Keep going, keep going.
Okay, going. I was doing a portion-sized kind of...
That's it, perfect.
Good, okay.
Custard is important in your diet as well because it has lots of dairy in there, has eggs, has sugar, a little bit of corn flour as well to thicken it, and a little dust over the top there like that.
Extra, yes.
You like that?
I do. I can smell a faint whiff of banana through there.
Oh, there is banana, there's chocolate in here with some custard. So all of our nutritional intake in one little plate like this. All right, have a taste of that.
Here we go. Holy moly. I'm getting sweaty just looking at it.
Oh, I've got the banana sweats. You know, there's chocolate in there, all the flavours you want. It is a sweet dessert. Plenty of sugar in there, plenty of energy.
That's beautiful. I actually love it. Seriously, I love it. But
Here we go. Wait for that one.
there's a lot of stuff in there that are sometimes foods. And I would say, you know, have a small piece of that, enjoy it mindfully, enjoy it in your mouth, eat a small portion of it. Not every day, but I actually really like it.
That is a small portion.